club's season ticket announcement for next year. What do you say to supporters umming and ahhing about whether to invest or not?
I can never tell people to come watch a game. That's unfair on the people themselves. What I can say is that the support we've had since we've been here, this club has been phenomenal. I said before, it's a unique thing what's happening here or what's actually going on. So I hope more come in, because the atmosphere that it's generating at the minute is second to none. And I think the more people we get in, the better things happen. I think people are starting to enjoy it. I think that's important. They start to enjoy the football and they start to enjoy the excitement. Might not win every game, but we'll make it exciting, that's for sure. But the more fans you have in the stadium, I've heard it myself. And Saturday after the game was surreal. What happened? It just shows you the support the club's got, and I think everybody's buying into it now, and people are coming back. Which I think that was always the main thing, was people to come back and watch the team play.
Because from a player's perspective, it's a cliche, the 12th man, they can have an impact, the crowd.
There's no two ways about it. I mean, the atmosphere it's generating is incredible, I think, and you would never think we're in the position we're in. I mean, I've had people from all over seeing it, this social media thing that does its rounds, and people from other countries seeing it. So it's a unique thing what's happening. But it's all credit to supporters, because without them you don't have a game. I've always said that. Without support you don't have a game. And what the Ipswich fans are doing at the minute, I think it's second to none. I think they're getting a reputation for themselves as well. I think that's great. They're building up their own reputation, and everybody getting behind it. So I think that's testament to them.
I guess home form needs to be better, doesn't it? Next season, that needs to be the bedrock of a promotion push.
Home and away, not just home. I think home and away is any division you're trying to vie to get a league. It's home and away form. You have to be consistent with it. And one thing's for sure, but if we keep doing what we're doing, add that little bit up top, then it'll be a hell of a place to play, that's for sure.
If we look at this Preston game on Friday, who's available and who's not, how's John Nolan at the moment?
He trained this morning, first time, which is good, because he's been great for us. So he trained, he did an illness last weekend, and he's okay. Well, as I speak to you now, after the day, he's okay.
And Will Keane, should we see him some point over Easter?
Again, Will's trained over the last few days, so see how he is. Whether he's fit enough to start, I don't know, but he's back training.
How's James Collins? He didn't make the full 90 last week.
Yeah. James might struggle. See how he is again tomorrow. And I thought he'd done really well in the time he was on. But that's probably frustration for him is playing and coming off. So we'll see how he is.
He has been exceptional when he's played, but he's just missed games, he's missed minutes. Does that make it difficult to kind of offer him something for the summer?
I've never really thought about it, because it's not something that's really crossed my mind at the minute. It's just try to get points on the board and try to get wins on the board. I'm sure, listen, James has been in the game long enough. I'll speak to him towards the end. But again, I can't speak highly enough of him as a person and as a pro.
Is Ellis close? Will we see him before the end of the season? He's missed a few games now, Ellis Harrison.
He has, yeah. He's got a problem with his back at the minute. This one will be too early for him. The Preston one's going to be too early. Whether Swansea or Sheffield United, I don't know.
Any other problems ahead of this weekend, a busy weekend?
One or two little knocks from the weekend. But again, we'll see how everybody is.
And did Tom Adeyemi come through all right the other night?
Yeah. Tom's come through that. It's his first game in a long while. Again, there's no, a bit like Amir Hughes, there's no real pressure from me. Their health's important. They've got careers themselves, you guys. So you can't rush anything like that.
Has he got a chance of being kept on in the summer, Tom?
I don't know. I really don't. Like they say, I've not seen much of him, and he's been out for a hell of a long time. That's something I'll need to think.
What have the last few days been like since the axe dropped on Saturday?
Well, it's like anything. When the reality hits, it's sore, which is normal. The support has been great for everybody. I think we gave the lads a couple of days off, because no point coming in here with your face on the floor, and it's no good for the player, and it's no good for the staff. It's no good that. But again, they're a young group. Whether they realise majorly what they're involved in at the minute, nobody knows. But listen, you'll bounce back, and that's for sure.
Do you look back and think you could have done anything differently? Any regrets, Paul?
I think that with a chat on Saturday night after it, there's one or two things that could have done any better. Don't know, but we've been playing really well. and we just not finished all that good work off. And the football's been really, really good. It's just the draws I think have killed us. If we came away winning 7 games out of the last 10, which I think are play merited and deserve to get, then we'd have been out of the situation. We've just not took the chances when they've came. We've not defended as strong enough, I don't think, in certain times of the game, and they put pressure on everybody connected. So it's just an anxious thing. But performance-wise, I don't think I could get any more out of them the way they played.
Did you always expect to stay up?
Always do. Always think. I never think really negative at all. Just think we're going to go and win games. And to be fair, we've played in the front foot. We've done everything to try and win games. We've had chances to see games through. We've had major errors, crazy errors. It's been mad. We've hit the post. We've done everything, but no turning draws into wins. So, but that's football. That's football. And where we are, we have to go down a level. But I said before that the club is in a really good place with a lot of things that's going on.
And the lads have just got to learn from the experience, haven't they?
They do, and that's what's going to happen throughout their careers. They're still young guys. 1 or 2 at the twilight of it. There's a hell of a lot of young players here that's got the whole career in front of them, which is it's going to be a great experience for them. It's a great ride for them. And as I said before, the big thing for football, if you've got the support behind you, and it's like what it is, then it's a great help.
How do you view these next 4 games, the last 4 of the season, almost the start of pre-season, where you can have a look at a few things and experiment?
I might do. I might maybe 1 or 2 might get a wee chance at it to see how they do. So as I said before, there's a lot of good things here. Really, a lot of good things, and 1 or 2 might get a wee chance.
And I guess you just have to focus on Ipswich Town. If you get any stick from other managers because you fielded in inverted a weakened team, you can't be bothered about that, can you?
No, I don't think any other manager. To be fair, I don't think managers. I don't think they'll really do that. I'll go and try and win games. It doesn't matter what team I play or who I think should win the team or anything. I go and try and win games. So my main concern is this football club, not anybody else.
How difficult to lift the lads, to motivate them for these matches?
I don't think it'll be difficult, as I say, because they're young. I think that's you'll still get everything out of them and all the enthusiasm they do generate. So and you're going to have a great support. That's the beauty of it. The support will come and get behind you. So and we'll go do our best to try and win. It's not as if we're playing bad football. We're playing well. So I don't have any problem with going to try and win games.
Of course, Preston were your first opponents. That was a frustrating afternoon, wasn't it, for you?
Yeah, I thought we deserved to win the game, and but they've had a good season. Preston's a tough game. We've had too many draws. That's been our problem.
Do you expect to use a fair number of players over the course of these 2? You've got Swansea again 48 hours later, or a little bit longer now.
Yeah, no, we'll have to try and utilise everybody. Whether 1 or 2 get little knocks or whatever the case may be, we'll need to utilise most of the squad.
Considering giving Idris his first start, his full debut?
I don't know. He's doing well. I'll have a look at it and see.
And when do you kick on with your summer rebuilding? You're able to start that now because you've got a head start, haven't you?
Well, his positions identified. I think everybody knows. That said, we need maybe 1 here and one there. And so there's 1 or 2 positions. I think we need a little bit of help. I think we're short in, and cause we've still got long-term injuries. So I think there's 1 or 2 areas we need to strengthen.
Lovely. Thanks, Paul.
All right.
Thank you.
Paul, you mentioned about motivating the players.
Yeah.
That they probably don't need motivating, but from your point of view, the coach's point of view, you probably want the good habits to continue, because it's not just this end of season, it's through pre-season and the start of next season.
Yeah, Donny, I honestly, it's never been 1 game I've kind of thinking they're not motivated. You know, they're not. A player's got to motivate himself as well. They can't just always come for a manager. If you get an unmotivated player and he can't motivate himself, there's a problem. It's one thing I've never ever found here. Everybody wants to play and they all want to go. So I don't have a problem with the lads. They'll be ready for it. As I said before, we'll have a good support home and away. So we'll be ready for it.
Yeah, and obviously you'll be one of the bigger fishes next season as well. But equally, the players that you can try and attract will see themselves as being able to help the team create a bit of history, getting back up again.
Yeah, and I think that's the beauty about it. I think that's the big carrot. I think the club's, as I said, it's a really good club. It's a good place with a lot of things that's going on, and the judges obviously committed to it, which is huge for us. and hopefully one or two will follow suit and see Ipswich as a good progress to try and bounce back, which will be really tough. But the club's in a good place, as I said. It's got a lot going for it at the minute, and yeah, it'll be interesting.
And from your point of view, how important was it that Alan just committed himself? Because you brought him to the club.
Well, I think Judge has really enjoyed his football. I think that's the big thing for him. He's played, I think, all the games. He's not missed a game. So all he probably needs is a goal to finish off all his good work. But everything else with Judge, the way he's played, has been very, very good. All right.
John? Right, Paul, how difficult is it to pick everybody up after the relegation? It must take a lot out of you as well, from a personal point of view.
As I said before, we gave them a couple of days off, and for everybody, not just the players, the staff, everybody needed a break to get out of the disappointment. So it's like anything that you can never beat time. It moves on, and you take the medicine, and you take the blows that come your way. But the positivity of the club's still huge. It's not as if the fans are outside and criticising. Far from it. It's the other way around. It's said before, it's just a different normal. It's not a normal situation. The support behind it. So you have a couple of days and you know exactly what's happened, and yeah, you get messages and things like that coming through. But that's football. You just move on and learn from it, and make sure this club bounces back as quick as it can.
And today, season tickets were announced, obviously. Discounts for the supporters. I suppose for you next season, it's vital, isn't it, that you get a noisy stadium. At times we've seen that this season, but you need that support, don't you?
Well, without the support, you don't have a game. Doesn't matter what club you're at. If supporters don't turn up, you haven't got a game. And one thing I will say about Ipswich fans is, do you know, I've won the highest accolade in Europe, all right, and I've won many titles and personal accolades and all those sort of things. And I get an award on Saturday at the supporters function, and it said thanks for bringing back a smile to the terraces, and that's right up there with everything I've done in the highest level. And that to me meant a lot more than a hell of a lot of other things I've done, because you're thinking you're putting smiles onto people, thousands of people that come to watch this great club having a smile on their face, and that's really important to me, that people want to come back here and watch the football. And hopefully the discount and the season ticket things, everybody wants to come back. The atmosphere in the stadium is brilliant. It's second to none with the position the club's in, and that will keep growing and keep growing. As long as we keep trying to do what we're doing, that will keep growing.
Next season, it will start again. Is promotion the minimum requirement next season?
Nobody knows. I'll speak to Marcus. We'll give it everything we've got. We can't say nobody knows. I don't have a crystal ball, but we'll be exciting, and we'll be full of energy, and we'll be full of running and full of hunger and drive. It's normal what you get. You're going to have a vibrant support behind you. And I said after a game, if this club starts to win games and they keep getting the fans in that stadium, you won't get a ticket to get in, because it'll be that busy with it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be great, as long as we can turn all the performances into wins.
But is it imperative the club gets back first chance, given the gap could widen between the Championship and Ipswich?
It's any division's hard. Doesn't matter what year you're in or what. Every league's hard you're in. Anybody says the league's easy is the ones that don't win it. So it's going to be really difficult. But I said before, the club's in a really good place, and we'll try everything we can to try and bounce back as quick as we can. All right.
Brandon mentioned Tom Adeyemi there. He's obviously someone you know from many years ago at Norwich. You know what he can do. But is he in the same position as Grant Ward, in that it's difficult to maybe offer something given they can't be on the pitch regularly?
Well, that for any footballer, and when you don't play games, it's difficult. That's what you play the game for. You need game time to show what you can do. And unfortunately, Tom's not had the game time well before we came in. So even though I had him at Norwich, it's a hell of a long time ago. That's people move, people change. That lad's just been really unfortunate with his injury, and it's come at a time for him where he's probably wondering himself what happens to him, and what I think, and all those sort of things is going through his head. So I understand that, but it's difficult in this moment to say, okay, he's going to be here or he's not going to be here.
Those two in a situation maybe where they need to prove something over the course of pre-season, if they were invited maybe to stay here.
I think everybody's got a point to prove, not just they two lads. I think everybody, when this season finishes and it's a clean slate, what you've done this season, how well you've done this season, or how poor you've done, it really won't pay really much significance to me. It's a new season, it's a pre-season, it's my way. And but what happens this season won't make me make a decision what happens next.
Danny Rowe was part of the Lincoln team that was promoted to League One on Saturday. Is he someone that's in your plans? I think Lincoln might be quite keen to keep him.
Well, I've not heard anything from Lincoln, unless Lincoln phone. I've not heard anything from them. So Danny's still our player. He helped them, but he's still our player, Danny. So I expect to see him back here, and then we see.
He had some bright moments in your early weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he was actually going to start against QPR at Loftus Road, and he wasn't well. And we thought we need to get him games. And Danny he done well when he came. He done well at Lincoln. So the door's not shut on him by any stretch of imagination. It's just I expect to see him back along with other lads that are out on loan.
Yeah, same with Jordan Roberts. Bright moments. He did a real good job for you in the first month, especially when asked to play up front.
Yeah, and I don't think he's really featured at Lincoln at all. So look at Swindon's done well. So they will come back into the equation, and then I'll have a chat with the lads at the end of the season, and I'll tell them going forward what's going to happen.
Josh Emmanuel, anywhere close to sorting out his future yet, or has he got 4 more games to maybe twist your arm on that one?
No, listen, Josh has done well. I think he's done well. I think he still needs a good bit of coaching, but he's a young lad that will learn. So I think Josh has done well enough to be here. So I don't see a problem with that. I think we still need somebody to push him, and vice versa. He might need to push somebody else. So it's an area I think we need to look at. So
maybe you'd expect the option to be taken at the very least.
Similar
to Miles.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Idris, we talked about maybe getting a big game. Corey and Darber, another one.
Yeah.
He must not be far away.
No.
He must be the next one.
No, he'll. Corey will play at one stage, before it finishes. Whether it's Friday or Monday or Sheffield United or Leeds, he'll definitely. I have to see what he can do, and he's been doing well with his own age group. But first team level, 23 level is a big jump. But you won't know until you throw them in, and but he'll definitely get a chance.
You've spoken before about his left foot could be a real asset.
Left foot or centre half, it's a unique position that, so the club let go 1 or 2 left footers, so, and Corey's I think he's done well enough, as you said, in his own age group, and the left foot or centre half is a unique position.
Yeah, most of the contracts, you've done a lot of work on contracts, tying people up. One that hasn't been tied up is Dean Gherkin, the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Can you afford to carry 2 goalkeepers of Barton and Dean's standards going forward?
That'll become clear. I think Dino's done great since he trained really well. He's played really well when he's been asked to play. The 2 lads I haven't really spoken to, 2 experienced lads. Again, I can't compliment high enough for the way they played and trained. And I'll speak to them again. I'll speak to them come towards the end.
So no decision on him just yet?
No, there's no real decision on anybody at the minute. It's just because it's still kind of raw with everything, and 2 games back to back. All right.
In terms of the final games, going to concentrate on using players that will be here next year, maybe see a bit less loanies?
No, I wouldn't say that to an extent. The lads, the biggest compliment I can give the loanee lads is they've all fitted in really well. They're all good guys. There's not been one loanee that I thought you're not really want to be here, or you're not really at it. So I still don't have a problem with the loanee lads being here or playing. It's I'll look at it and I'll just pick a team that I think can go and win games. That's what I'll do.
And I think you were involved in the season ticket process, weren't you? You sort of liaised with Marcus and Lee, and you were saying that you were important to kind of maintain that sort of off-field momentum with the season ticket pricing.
Well, I think it's good. I only know a little bit about it. obviously Lee and Marcus asked my ideas, what we thought. And again, I say the supporters are the most vital people at your club. They come and watch it and they get behind it. And as I said before, I keep saying there's so much good here. It really is. And you'd never in a million. I mean, you were at the supporters thing on Saturday, weren't you? It's unbelievable what's going on here. I can't, as I said before, I can't quite put my finger on it. As I said before, the biggest compliment I could give them is even that award I got on Saturday that's up there with everything that I've done, and I've done things at the highest level, top level, highest European level. But to get that little thing, my God, that meant so much, because it's actually thousands of people that